Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of the Relentless vlog. Let's talk about the programming. So we have a 3x2 back squat at a weight that's heavier than the previous week. We're going to be working on stability in the bottom. This is going to be important as we stay stable in the bottom, we keep muscle groups on and we're in the correct position. It's going to give us the best chance to actually stand up out of the hole with power and speed in the correct position, right? So if this was going to translate into CrossFit, really it's all about being able to go ahead and do more reps at the same weight in a more virtuous movement, right? Or if we're talking about a maximal load, this will go ahead and translate into us getting a larger 1 rep max down the road. Directly after that, we're going to be doing a 20-minute EMOM. This is going to be the workout, but it's going to be focusing on more of just weightlifting. Every minute on the minute for 20 minutes, we're going to be doing 1 squat snatch. It's going to be your choice when within that 20 minutes you increase load. You can increase load every minute, every other minute, every third minute. It's going to be your choice. But because tomorrow will be quick, as I've prefaced with all classes, when there's a strength and a weightlifting or a workout component, it'll be tight in terms of time management. That first 5 to 10 minutes of the EMOM needs to be extremely light in terms of loading, so you can focus on, for those of you that can actually squat snatch and receive the bar in the bottom of the squat snatch, right, the below parallel, that the third pull, that retreating underneath the bar is extremely sharp and the bar is staying close to your body. For those of you that don't have that yet and you're going to be power snatching and then slowly riding it down to the bottom of overhead squat, we need to make sure that that third pull and that turnover landing in the power position is going to be as sharp and powerful as well. And then in that position of power, being able to find the stability to write it down in the correct position for an overhead squat. And that's how we can translate that and eventually keep on catching lower and lower, so you can actually find yourself at the bottom of a overhead squat right away, rather than having to find yourself high and then write it down. Let's talk about the mobility and stability tip. Mobility is going to be really looking at ankles and hips. We have a lot of squats happening, right? And rather than just focusing on the shoulder, it's going to be important, but a lot of the times if we're having a hard time with keeping a vertical torso in a back squat or any type of overhead squat or squat snatch, a lot of times it's not the shoulder positioning that's the problem. It's our ankles and hips are either not mobile enough or not able to hit the right correct positions to allow for a vertical torso. And that's going to put more pressure into the knees and more pressure into the shoulder, right? If you have any additional time other than the ankles and the hips, then I would look at your T-spine, your thoracic. Also, right, if that can go ahead and actually open up and not be in a crunched position like so many of us are, because we're either data processing or our job requires that of us, or so many of us are on our phones like this, go ahead and try to open that up as well. In terms of stability activation drills, we're going to be squatting, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to be activating the glutes, right? That's going to be such a big important role of providing stability in the bottom and actually being able to go ahead and provide a really stable position for the overhead squat when we have the bar overhead in the snatch. We do have, let's talk about items behind the scenes now. We have a really important meeting actually starting on June 1st, and we're going to be canceling the evening classes on June 1st because we're going to be holding an open house at the gym that's open to all members and that's open to the general community of where the new building will be, the new gym will be. Now, this is a very key meeting, and the reason why we're having this open house is that there is a design review board that happens for the neighborhood, and people can weigh into this design review board once we submit our permitting, which we will be within the next month or two. And if they don't like what they see at that design review board, they can go ahead and stop the project in their tracks, in its tracks. So this is going to be a very important time for us to be able to bring those community members in, to bring and mix them with our members to show them that this is a very positive community. What we do here is important on a day-to-day basis. And this is also a great opportunity for you guys to go ahead and see some of the first renderings that we are actually able to show the general public as well. So mark that down on your calendar and know why that the classes are being canceled, right? It's because this is a kind of almost the first step that's extremely important that's being put out to the public. So that's what's happening behind the scenes, and within a week and a half, right? That's gonna be very much in front of the scenes. We're looking forward to seeing you guys. Remember, be relentless in everything that you do. Keep your water bottles and try to empty that sucker twice a day. And remember, we're not trying to only be relentless inside the gym, but we're trying to be relentless in everything that we do outside the gym as well. We'll see you tomorrow.